Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge with West Ham. Now in today's episode we've got PSV in the first knockout round of the Champions League, but there was one thing that happened in January that you missed. So I recorded, edited and rendered the January transfer window. I went away and I've come back the next day, played the last 2 days of the January transfer window, and Pongracic just kicked up an almighty fuss. He got the squad all riled up and everyone was upset, and he was whinging because he wasn't getting first team. Well, he was getting first team football because he wanted a wage increase, which I was willing to give him just to shut him up. He would not have it. He did not want a new contract. Man City came in again with an offer of £52 million. I think there's some other clauses in there as well. So I thought, right, I've had enough. He's gone. He already caused an issue in the summer. He's causing an issue again this January. I've had enough. So he went to Man City for £52 million and we brought in Edgar Elizalde for Elizalde? Edgar. We'll go with Edgar. He's Uruguayan. He was from Pescara. We're signing for £9 million. He's listed as a wonder kid. His physicals are to die for. He's got a lot of work to do in his mentals and his technicals really, but he's still got the key stats for a central defender. So yeah, our new first choice, number 2, Jonathan Panzo, and Reece Oxford will be definitely our first 2, and that guy can come in very often and very easily, and I think he'll do a good job for us. We will move on to the fixtures since we last met. There was only 2 since the end of January, and the first one was against Southampton in the Premier League, away from home, and we managed to get the win. It was a dominant performance by us really, but we didn't create that many clear-cut chances as Dennis Mann equalised for us in the 41st minute after a Stuart Armstrong opener, and Edmilson Fernandez continues his good form in central midfield and got us the win in the 79th minute. And then we were out of the FA Cup. Went away to Brighton. Couldn't beat them over 120 minutes. It took a Moise Kean 120th minute goal to take us to penalties. And then we got beat off penalties. Fantastic. And all of that leads us to today. We're playing PSV Eindhoven away from home in the first leg. And this is the team that is going to start that game against PSV. We'll have Paul Lopez in goal, Wagnerman, Oxford, Panzo and Creswell in defence, Declan Rice, Tonali and Fernandez in the centre with Teti on the right, Felipe Anderson on the left and Alexander Isaac up top. They are going very attacking for the opening leg. I'll not lie to you, I don't recognise too many of their names. I know Zoet's a decent goalkeeper, Ishmet Miran is a decent centre half, got De Jong up front. Well, we'll see how they play. They're obviously a quite a good side getting through the group stage, but you've got to imagine that we have the better side. So we'll kick off against PSV, shooting from left to right in this first half. Now we've got to have a good performance. So obviously got the second leg coming up after this. Oh my god, I thought that was going in. But yeah, the second leg coming up after this, and hopefully we'll get a good performance over the 2 legs from the boys. I don't want to sound overly confident, but we should get past PSV. We really should. We've definitely got the team for it. It's whether they decide to show up or not. They have showed up in the league so far, and they've showed up in fits and spurts in Europe. In the cup competitions, they've just completely whiffed it. So it depends which version of West Ham comes today. First highlight of the game, and it's a free kick for PSV, and it goes just wide. And that's the end of the first half. Better second half, please. Come on. Let's get us an away goal and make us comfortable in the next round. Highlight now, Creswell with a free kick. He's gone straight for goal. And it looks like he hits the roof of the net and it goes just over. Creswell obviously returned from injury, is great and all, but he has declined as a footballer since he was last with us. Obviously, as you can see, his physicals have definitely declined due to his injury, but hopefully we can get him back playing well and playing as well as he was before his injury, as we'll pick up a highlight this time with PSV in possession of the ball, and they're playing it about nicely, keeping us off it. Pereiro does away with his man. Is he going to take the strike? He is. It's going over the bar. That would have been a very good shot to score from that angle. 73 minutes in, we're going to make some changes, try and kickstart something. We'll get Ronaldo Vieira on for Sandro Tonali. We'll get Moise Kean on for Felipe Anderson. And we're going to keep him on. We'll get Aaron Creswell off for Tony Lato. And the least eventful game in the history of Football Manager games goes to West Ham versus PSV in the first leg of the knockout round. Well done, boys. You're part of history here. Honestly, I'm almost tempted just to cut that whole thing out. That was boring. We have 3 games to go in between the first leg and the second leg, so I'll quickly play them and I'll show you the results after. And we've just played Burnley in the Premier League, conceded in the 94th minute to draw 1-1 at home. Alexander Isaacs picked up an injury. Edmilson Fernandez picked up an injury. I'll go and check, see how bad it is. This was a really bad game. Isaac's out for 4 weeks. That's devastating. Edemilson Fernandez is out for 3. That's not ideal, but losing Isaac, he's been our star man the whole season. 4 weeks out, he misses a good chunk of the critical games, particularly in the Champions League. And we've got some tough games coming up against the biggest opposition. But we're starting to flounder a little bit now. I can see our form's dipping. I just hope we can get through the Champions League and we'll try and stave off Man City, but I don't think it's going to be possible. You know when you can feel Football Manager turning against you? That's how I'm feeling right now. Well, we have just bounced back against Wolves, but unfortunately Moise Keane's got himself injured in the 90th minute. He is our only recognised striker in the squad now with Isaac out, so we're going to have to continue on and see what sort of length of injury he's got. If he's injured for a while, we are up shit's creek, let's put it simply. 1 to 2 days, thank God for that. Panic over. So we're here, it is second leg day, and this is the team that is going to have to start today due to injuries and things like that. We'll start with Pau Lopez in goal, Wagnerman on the right, Oxford and Panzo in the centre with Creswell on the left, Declan Rice, Sandro Tonali and Ronaldo Vieira in the centre, Teti on the right, Felipe Anderson on the left, and Moise Keane's just returned. He's on 91% conditioning. I'm going to risk him for today's game. On the bench we've got Arnautovic, who's really struggling, 68%, and Jerlek, who's only on 71% himself, but we needed some attacking substitutes somewhere, so they'll be joining Dennis Mann, Lucas Toussaint, Tony Lato and Emerson and Elizalde. So they line up pretty much the same as they did in the first leg. We'll get into this game, hopefully we'll get the win. When we drew PSV, I was so pleased, I was so happy. Some of the options we could have had were nightmarish, but you know, after the first leg, I'm a little bit more worried now. I still expect us to go through, but we didn't really create anything against them away from home. Hopefully we can do better today. Obviously, our late form in the league has took a massive drop compared to what it was early season, so we need to focus on the Champions League as we get a penalty. Tete gets to the line, somebody takes down Vieira in the box. Felipe Anderson steps up. Come on, Felipe, don't miss. Oh, Zoet saved it. It's like the game's turning. I can feel it. Highlight now, and this is PSV goal maybe? Potentially. Karaveev on this right hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can't. Second time of asking, he can. De Jong's back post. He hits the bar. Wagnerman clears, but it's still in danger. Karaveev, De Jong back post. Pau Lopez keeps us in the game. Oh, Reece Oxford's just picked up an injury central right now. Ronaldo Vieira puts it just beyond the post. I'm going to keep Reece Oxford on for now. He's not too bad in terms of his conditioning. It looks like a pulled groin. It shouldn't really exacerbate it if he stays on the pitch just for now. I'll look to get him off maybe 15 minutes into the second half or so. But it's 0-0 right now. Again, similar situation to the first leg. The first half just absolutely pointless. Might as well not have shown me it. We are dominating the match based on stats, but stats don't win you games as Reece Oxford goes wide. It's going to be one of them days, lads, I can feel it. Pick up with another highlight. 53rd minute now, and PSV are on the ball in midfield. They're playing it about nicely without creating too much in terms of attacking intent, but Felipe Anderson can pick it up now, and oh well, lads, get forward. Tonali hasn't got many options here. Tete now on this right hand side. Wagnerman gets the ball in. Who's there? Moise Keane's there, and he puts it over the bar. Another highlight now, big punt up from PSV, and Wagnerman has completely messed that up as Martinez goes through, and he puts it just wide. If that went in, oh my god, if that went in. Alright, we're going to make a change. We'll get Reece Oxford off Elizalde. We'll change him to a centre half. He doesn't really favour the ball playing defender role. That'll be the only change we'll make for now. We'll keep an eye on things. Hopefully no more injuries to come. They've given the ball away to Ronaldo Vieira deep in their own half. Tonali, Wagnerman, get down that right hand side. Declan Rice, give it to him. He's got loads of space. Can he beat his man and get the ball in? He does get the ball in. Moise Keane's there. Felipe Anderson's back post, and he makes it 1-0. Thank God for that. Obviously, Felipe Anderson misses the penalty, but he redeems himself, putting us 1-0 ahead. 62 minutes in, Moise Keane flicks it on, and Felipe Anderson's back post to absolutely smash it in. Come on, lads. Another highlight now, and hopefully Elizalde can clear this up. He does, all the way back to Pau Lopez. Moise Keane's on it now. We've got a lot of options coming forward. We're overwhelming their defence, but Felipe Anderson goes for the strike. All the highlights coming thick and fast now. Thanks, game, as Kotze comes forward with it for PSV. If they score now, we are pretty much out. But they give the ball away to Tete as he comes forward. He's got Moise Keane. Felipe Anderson's getting inside the box now. He puts it back post, and Tete is Oh my god, how has he missed that? Another highlight, Aaron Creswell deep inside their own half, gets the ball in Zort's there just to claim. You need to get back in a position, lads. Get back in. Oh, what has just happened? How's Moise Kean scored? Zort had the ball in his hands. What? We're going to have to slow this down. Hold on. So Zort claims from across from Aaron Creswell. Then Moise Kean just stands in his way. Zort, what does he do? Oh my god. Imagine if that happened to me. I would be so foaming. I didn't care. Moise Kean puts us 2-0 up. We're going to make some changes. We'll get Felipe Anderson off for Jarlek, and we'll get Lucas Toussaint on for Sandro Tonelli. 5 seconds to go. This is going to be the final highlight of the game and the end of the match as the referee blows the full-time whistle. West Ham 2, PSV 0. Thoroughly deserved win. Honestly, some of the chances were missed. I thought it was never going to happen for us, but we've managed to come up clutch. Aaron Creswell with the player of the match performance. Moise Kean leading the line, getting the luckiest goal I think I've ever seen. If I was Zoet's manager, I would definitely be fining him at least 2 weeks' wages. The Champions League quarter-final draw is only in a few days' time, so we will get there and see who we'll be facing in the next episode. We're here, it is quarter-final draw day. Who has made it through? Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Porto, Inter Milan, Liverpool, Man United or Real Madrid. Give me Inter Milan or Porto, please. Come on. Come on, FM, you've screwed me with injuries. Let me have this. Liverpool out first against Man United. I'm glad to have avoided Man U. Chelsea against West Ham. So there will be 2 English teams going through to the semi-final at the very least. Well, at the very most as well. Chelsea. Am I happy about that? I don't know. Where are they in the league? I know they stuffed us in the European Super Cup. I'm pretty sure we've beat them in the league this season. But obviously with the injuries we've got, I would have minded avoiding English teams altogether because I know how good they are. Where are Chelsea? When did we play them last? So away from home, we did beat them in the league 1-0. I don't think we've played them again since then. No, we've got them second last game of the Premier League season. So Chelsea it is. And just a quick update on the league table. We are currently sitting second with a game in hand. 2 points behind Man City. They must have slipped up then. They must have drew a game somewhere along the way. They did against Cardiff at home. Oh, rough one. So it's been a rough episode, but if you have enjoyed it, consider leaving a like. And if you're enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.